Astrology. If you know the deal, skip ahead like 3 minutes, 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
But if you don't know the deal, here we are dragging Nate's chart live, because this is a service that we put on our website, partytrickastrology.com/shop, of our variety of readings. This one is the least educational, and it's just where we will live drag this person's chart for 30 minutes, selectively emphasizing, creatively manipulating all the bad things about your chart.
Oh my gosh, what is this?
My mom's friend wanted me to do.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So it's in Portuguese, which is why it was just me.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find it. I'm waiting for it to show up some way.
And if you're new here and you didn't skip ahead 3 minutes, just so you know, we are. This is a thing that we do every time that we do this. It's just 3, 4, 5 minutes of us struggling with technology.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's our excuse? Aren't we millennials? I don't know, man.
Okay, I found it, y'all. We're getting there. What is this, Nate?
Yeah, Nate, it's Nathaniel, but spelled in a different way.
Okay. So, how has this retrograde season been treating you?
Oh my god, my breath's out. Not ad-friendly. Yeah, how's the retrograde season treating everyone? How's the eclipse season treating everyone?
Oh my god, I just realized I have not put in this information. I'm so sorry.
This is how it's treating us, obviously.
Terrible.
Our minds aren't working. It's actually, this is one of the bad retrogrades.
For you?
Yeah, for me.
Yeah, do you have the information? Yeah. Oh, we got an order.
Oh yeah, we got that last night, and I was going to go to bed, and I was like, I'll deal with it right before I go to bed, and then I fall asleep.
Okay. 12/24/96. If you're curious, that's their birthday. They didn't say anything about not putting it in. Okay, cool. Man, we are really... I shouldn't say we. I'm really fucking up on this one. Is it 10:11 a.m. or p.m.? Do you know?
A.m.
And do you know where?
San Diego.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff in retrograde, and...
eclipses are happening all over the place.
Yeah.
I mean...
I feel like everybody's just kind of like a spiraling mess right now.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Yeah.
How are you feeling? I talked to somebody earlier today, the girl that has my same chart, and she's like, okay, good. Just making sure that you're also feeling
I just feel all the time, so it's like, what's new?
Okay. How is it spelled?
Oh, God.
Here, I got you right here.
You can put Nate.
Oh, I see it. Sorry, this is boring. We warned you to skip ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, Mercury retrogrades are usually very, very stupidly tense for me.
Yeah, they normally are. Normally she's like, it's not going to happen this time. It's all going to be fine. And then she's like, no, it's not. It's not fine.
There's been some bullshit this time around, but it hasn't been, like, as intense. Like, I mean, last Mercury retrograde, like, literally uprooted my life.
That's true. That's true. So you can't really go any much bigger than that.
Yeah. I mean, I forgot something at a hotel that I was staying at, and that was a process.
Oh, really?
But I was like, I forgot my robe, the one that my mom gave me.
Oh.
And I was, like, really stressed out about it, because they wouldn't get back to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, bruh, someone stole it. And then there was, like, you know, FedEx, UPS, all that stuff.
We're almost there, y'all. We're almost there. We need to get back to the fucking video on YouTube. Here we go.
Why is this such a process? Literally, any other live shows that I watch
have no issues.
No issues. I think Nate is here.
I'm here. Do I go to you now or do I stay in YouTube? Stay in YouTube.
Yeah.
We normally look through YouTube. Also, oh my gosh, they're not black bars, they're white. That looks a lot better.
It does.
Damn.
And this whole stuff is on the side.
What is?
This stuff.
Well, yeah, that's because I put it this way. You can also do this.
Oh,
now
well,
back to the
black bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, Anyways, let's
get into it.
It's good. Hold on, just double checking. And normally we go through the YouTube comments, just so you guys know. And don't ask to drag Cancer Venus. We're dragging Nate's chart, so just so you guys know what's up. Or Nathaniel's. Maybe you don't like being called Nate. You don't.
I'm not sure. You never know. But
Anyways.
Anyway. Whew. Hello, Nate, and welcome to your live Drag Me chart reading. Here we go. I find this chart very draggable.
Oh yeah,
sometimes
definitely.
I struggle, but this one I'm good with.
It's a pretty. Just by first glance, like I think Aquarius Rising we accidentally dragged throughout the whole of our Aquarius Rising video.
Yeah, I drag it on a daily basis. I'm in a mood today, so I'm gonna be pretty mean. I just don't like Aquarius Risings. I can't think right now of an Aquarius Rising that I like. I can think of many that I do not like. Can you think of an Aquarius Rising that I like? Nate, no. I like you.
We have nothing against you.
Yeah, we have nothing against you. But I can think of a lot of Aquarius Risings that I do not like. And Shaina can think of a lot of Cancer moons that she doesn't like.
Yeah, and I can also think of a lot of Aquarius Risings that I don't like, honestly. Or at least, I should say it this way. It's not necessarily that I don't like them, but I don't like them on first impression. They're fucking cold.
You know
and
what?
As a Cancer Rising, I feel very attacked by them.
I feel, because, like, my sun is in conjunct my ascendant, my sun's in Aquarius. I just feel so belittled by Aquarius Risings. It's like, I feel stupidly belittled.
That's what I mean,
Yeah, it's not like...
Rising is like, hey guys.
Cold. It's just like, you're mean in, like, the worst way, because it's coming off, like...
Arrogant.
Arrogance.
And, like, Cancer Risings are not a fan of arrogance.
Yeah, and I think the beautiful things about Aquarius is, like, the tolerance and, like, the unconditional. I don't feel that in Aquarius Risings. You guys are fucking mean. I'm, like, just thinking of one Aquarius Rising. I actually just thought of an Aquarius Rising that I really, really like. But...
Okay, no, like, I can think of an Aquarius Rising that, like, I worked with on a set. And once I got to know her, I was like, this girl's sick. She's one of my favorite people I've worked with. But when I first saw her come in, I was like, this girl has some kind of Capricorn Aquarius Rising going on because she is a cold motherfucker. She does not want to talk to anyone. She gave off the vibe, like, I'm better than all of you. And it's like, who told you that you own the world? And so, like, it's not that I hate Aquarius Risings, but I do not like the way that they come off. It's very bitchy. And
I mean, it all depends on the rest of the chart. I don't like how...
And, yeah, they also are, like, they can, depending on the rest of the chart, sometimes they can be, like, fake deep is the wrong word, but, like, fake knowledgeable.
It's just, like, it's about showing off more than anything. It's about proving your knowledge. It's about, like,
and sometimes
asserting some kind of, like... competitive.
Yeah, I don't like it. I know what you're trying to say, though, and we're not competitive people, man. So.
Yeah, no, we are so not. Our charts are like, nope,
no,
Shanti, please, kumbaya.
Yeah,
and I just don't. And it's not even like it's not competitiveness. Like you can deal with an Aries outward competitiveness, but like, I mean, yeah, because it squares you. But an Aquarius rising is just like. Just always belittling you and demeaning you.
And always like it's like they have this air that like I'm the smartest one in the room.
Yeah.
And I don't have to do anything to prove it, but like what I say goes.
Yeah, you just wrote I'm listening, but I find a lot of Aquarius risings don't fucking listen. They just love to hear themselves fucking talk.
Yeah.
Man, I wonder why our live drag me's don't get sponsored.
Why would
what is monetized?
Oh, okay. I was like, what? No, now that makes sense. Yeah. No. Let's go into your sun-moon opposition that we've got going on. So you're a Capricorn sun, Cancer moon, and this opposition, it wants the best of both worlds, right? This is more of a chart thing, but like, I mean, a chart reading thing, but like, you kind of want the best of both worlds. You want a wonderful work life and a wonderful home life.
Yeah, and what's happening is that you're like battling with yourself.
Yeah.
This is honestly an aspect that I really feel for.
Yeah, no,
so
I do too.
Hard to drag.
I don't want to drag like sun opposite moon sun.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to drag that part, but I will drag the Capricorn sun Cancer moon aspect of it because like what you have such a hard shell over your emotions, like, but you have such a you are so emotional and you are so sensitive, and I think what you probably get sensitive about is, like, your Aquarius rising is, like, always on the defense of, like, maybe defending your logic, defending your emotional life, defending your family, or defending your friends or something, but, like, things can get to you so much, and so you probably, instead of being like, hey, guys, don't do that, you're just like, let me tell you not to do that. I don't know, I just see you, like, lecturing people from an emotional standpoint, which, like, doesn't make sense.
And your rising isn't even, like, hiding your moon, because it's at it's not aspecting it, it's not inconjuncting it. I think it is aspecting it.
It's trining it. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is...
But, so you don't even get to, like, hide your moon. But you're just, like, at odds with each other. You don't project necessarily very much, like, this emotional, gushy side to you, but you've got, like, emotional, gushy side to you, and it's a really big part. And you're really sensitive. You were probably very much coddled, but...
Especially with it being in your fourth house, your mom is your number one. You probably want to date your mom, like someone like your mom. Like,
but your dad is not so great to you because it's opposing.
No.
And it's in Cancer and Capricorn, so...
No, you're not a fan. It's in the first house, it's in Aries. But your mom is your number one, and you're probably just somebody who is looking for somebody, especially because you have... you have Leo in the 7th house, but most of it's contained in Virgo. So I could see you looking for somebody that's to, like, just care for you like no other.
Yeah, you need, like, a mom.
Yeah.
But yeah, your dad was, like, a very strong influence in your life, and not in a good way, because you've got, like, the sun-moon opposition, you've got your Saturn in your first house.
Yeah.
In Aries, which is the worst place for Saturn. I feel like anytime we see Saturn in Aries, that is something that we drag.
Yeah, it's our, like, we have this too. It's kind of like our small generational thing. It's generational, but it's not like Neptune generational.
Yeah. It's like our little
high school where we all just fucking, like, chill out and take things slow and figure things out step by step. We just gotta fucking ram our horns into it and go way too fast through things. And I think a big thing that somebody with, like, your chart would say is, like, with that Capricorn Cancer energy and then that Saturn in the first house is, like, you probably dwell on a lot of things, like, especially feelings of the past, and you're always just like, I should be over it now. Why am I not over this yet? But all that you do is, like, dwell on it and never get over it.
Yeah.
And maybe your friends are like, stop dwelling on this past occurrence.
And then you keep dwelling on it, but then you're like, oh, my friends keep saying for me to stop dwelling on it,
so
I'm
just
gonna
get over it, because I'm a Capricorn, just get over it. But then when it's brought up in a conversation, if somebody, like, says something that's, like,
get over it?
Or, like, not just get over it, but, like, some undertone, like, no, it couldn't even be, it doesn't even have to be about you, or the situation, but something that reminds you of that situation. If they say something, you're like, how could you? Because you're, like, still not over it, you know what I mean?
Oh, boy, how have we not talked about this Mars interception yet?
I was about to get to that. Your Mars is trash.
It's awful.
I actually kind of know someone. I've had experience with this, a very similar Mars placement, and I'm going to tell you right now, your Mars is intercepted in Virgo in the 7th house, so you just lay there.
Opposing Saturn.
Opposing Saturn. So you're probably very, I don't want to put this label, but, like, you're probably very, just, I don't want to say this in a way that I don't agree with it. I don't know how to explain it. Like, just, you're not a sexual person, and there's nothing, I'm not really either, so there's, like, nothing wrong with that, but, like, you're so much so that, like, I feel like you'd almost not even try. You know what I mean? Like, you're just kind of gonna, you're not really gonna go after anything or anyone.
It's just really hard for you to pull out any, like, motivation.
Yeah.
To do, I mean, you are a Capricorn, so you have motivation in these kinds of things.
And, like, Virgo is an earth sign and stuff, but if you're not given, like, what you need the final product to be, and, like, it's set out for you, you're not gonna do it.
The thing is, like, it's opposite your Saturn, right? And your Saturn is in Aries, so your Saturn is like, go, 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 get things done, don't think, like, just go after it. Mm-hmm. But your Mars is trapped. It's like, how do I even put one foot in front of the other?
Yeah.
How do I go to the bathroom remind myself, how do I get on top?
Not so much. I think it'd be more like,
without being told.
Yeah, without being told and without given the, like, steps to do it. And I think a lot of the reasons why you don't want to do things is because, but how do I do it right? How, like, that Virgo, I need to do it perfectly, and so I don't even want to start, like, that kind of perfectionist syndrome of, like, I won't even start because I'm such a perfectionist that, like, I can't even get started. Like, because Capricorn can be a perfectionist, and not in the typical ways, but they just like things done well more than anything. And then Virgo is a definite perfectionist, so I feel like you're just so maybe that's why, like, well, let's see. What's your Venus? Your Venus is in Sagittarius. So maybe you, like, go after people and really like the chase, but then when it comes down to, like, actually getting physical or intimate, you're just kind of like, bleh.
You're traumatized in some kind of way because it's intercepted.
Yeah.
And having it be intercepted in the 7th house, there was a relationship, romantic or otherwise, in your development. You might not even remember this person, but someone made, like, a really lasting impact on you to repress your Mars. And to make you feel like it's not okay, either your sexuality or being angry. Oh my god. It's like yourself. You can be totally angry about totally justifiable things, and people will, just because it's you and you carry the stigma of an intercepted Mars, people will think that it's stupid. People will think, like, get over it. People will think that shouldn't be.
What angry. I think, because, like, Nina has an intercepted Mars, and so what I find is, like, people will peg Nina as, like, somebody who doesn't get upset, somebody who's easygoing, and then they'll permanently put that on her. So whenever she does get upset, they're like, you're not allowed to get upset. I pegged you as somebody that's easygoing.
So I get a lot
You should be fine with everything.
Right, so if someone will, like, do something really, like common sense, like, not respectful or something like that, and if I get upset, it's like, you're mean. You're judgmental, you're this, that, or the other, and...
We're just like, calm down.
Yeah, we're like, calm down.
You probably
like,
get
why are you acting
to, like,
this
calm
way?
down. And when you do get upset, it's probably like... But, well, okay, this is a drag. So, in relationships is probably where you feel your Mars activated. So, probably when people get in... If you've ever been in a relationship or whatever it is, like, let's say... you meet somebody and they see this, like, fiery Venus and Sagittarius, like, yeah, woohoo, woohoo. And, like, they see you as a very, maybe more easygoing person. You're just kind of, like, chilling, blah, 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 not aggressive at all. And then, like, once you get into that relationship, I think your anger will get fueled. And so that's when you start to get angry. That's when every little thing, especially because you're Mars and Virgo, every little thing they do wrong, you nitpick, you get annoyed at. And then you get annoyed and you go, how could you do this? And they go, you're not allowed to be angry.
Yeah, you're supposed to be an easygoing person. What's happening?
Like, where did this come from? And you're like, it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, and, like, if you talk about your anger, not even, like, to anyone, and it's totally something reasonable, people will be like, yeah, you're just thinking about it too much. You're dwelling about it too much. When it's the opposite. It's absolutely that you are a person who needs to let out your anger because your Mars is intercepted, so it's repressed. But people act with, you're just thinking about it too much. Just think about something else. Focus on something else. Like,
yeah, and your Mars is in a square with your sun and your moon, so you probably, this is, like, one of your, like, definitely a least favorite planet. Like, this is probably something that you have a lot of trouble with, especially because, like, you get so emotional about things because you're a Cancer moon, right? Like, little things can really affect you, and you can get really sensitive, but then, like, your Mars is also about the little things, but, like, it's more logic-based, so, like, you would probably get upset about emotional things, but use logic to try to fight with someone, but, like, that does not make any sense.
Yeah, what happens is that you're in your head about it all. If someone is, like, if someone keys your car, that's, like, a pretty dramatic example, but someone keys your car, and you're like, God, that made me so emotional. Maybe you have, like, a lot of sentimental attachment to things, so you're like, I really like that car, like, how could it be keyed? And then, like, your Virgo-ness is like, now it's not perfect, it's not, like, pristine and everything. But instead of just being like, someone keyed my car, I'm upset, you have to be like, okay, someone keyed my car, and that is disrespectful, it's destructive of my property, it's maybe illegal. You need to, like, break down, like, all the reasons of, like, justifying why it's okay to be upset about. Whereas most people are just like, someone keyed my car, fuck you. Oh my god, do you watch reality TV? Because I love reality TV. And the reason I love reality TV...
do we think they watch reality TV? Maybe because it helps them get all their Mars.
Exactly. I love watching reality TV because just like how lesbians like watching gay porn because it's a outward expression of sexuality that they experience more internally, that's how I feel about anger. I love watching people smash chairs and spit in each other's faces and call each other like horrible things. I'm like, yeah, I feel that all on the inside. But
yeah, probably like relationship drama, reality TV shows. You really like with that Larson house, you're like tear each other apart.
These are all the things that I never said to my ex.
Yeah! It's like totally dwelling on it with the Cancer moon at home with a blanket on, just like. Yeah. Okay, you have a Pisces Virgo interception, which I kind of want to drag, and this is going to be, like, even harsh for me to say, but, like, I think that these people are, in a weird way, maybe, like, the most spoiled of the interceptions.
Yeah.
Because, like, they never had to do chores, right? And they kind of don't have this Neptune quality to them. They're missing this Pisces other world. So in a lot of ways, I think it's hard for any interception. So like the hard part is like you don't know how to organize shit. Like you're always kind of a little bit of a mess, and then you also you're kind of lacking in a certain creativity, right? But then you're also like, especially with the Cancer moon in the 4th, like you were so coddled with that Virgo interception. Like you never had to make your bed probably, or you never had to do a lot of things that most people had to do in the home. Like you're still a Capricorn in the 10th house, so like you work hard. Like your job wise, you're not going to be lazy, but in the home, in your family, like my God, you just got stuff like given to you, or like just but like with a Pisces interception, you are very grounded in reality. So you're probably somebody who like doesn't. Okay, because this has been very relevant in the media with Demi Lovato overdosing on heroin, I feel like you could be somebody that was like, addiction isn't a disease, it's her choice, like, no empathy, because, like, you don't understand that, like, kind of Neptunian kind of quality, so I feel like, especially as a Capricorn, you can be very, like, heartless towards that stuff.
You're just like,
you don't understand that, you're like, it just,
you can't empathize either, because it's like, there's an empathy that comes with Pisces. But here's the thing, like, without Pisces, okay, people with this interception, you, like, when you're reading a chart, or at least when I'm reading a chart in person, I can pick up a vibe on someone who's an interception kind of person.
Oh, yeah,
and
me too.
And if someone has an interception, and it's Virgo and Pisces, and they don't have any intercepted planets, which you do, but if they don't have any intercepted planets in those signs, I can't pick up that vibe, because they literally just don't miss it. They don't miss Virgo and Pisces, which...
I think that they can in some ways.
Yeah,
like,
but they're pretty well-rounded without it, because here's a theory that I have on it. So, like, you're missing...
Yeah, that's true. I'm just trying to think of
it. You're missing Pisces, and Pisces has a lot to do with religion and spirituality. So you're missing out on a chance to be... traumatized by a bunch of religious bullshit. That's like not a thing for you. You're not going to get like wrapped up, because religion is so tricky and so like toxic in a lot of ways. It can be, and don't come after me for it. There's so many,
Listen, this is okay. We can say what we want. Yeah. I'm behind Nina on this one.
It can be so toxic. So you're totally removed from all that toxicity. Of religion.
You don't understand like, and I'm not saying that I fully do, but like. You don't, I think, understand the, like, what effect it can have on people. And you probably feel no need to expand your mind to have, like, a higher, like, you're like, is there a higher power? You've probably been like, it's just the world. Like, you've probably kind of always been like, it's just what it is. I don't really care much to
We're going to die, and I'm going to turn off, and, like, maybe you don't even care. Like, how much Scorpio do you have in you?
I don't know. Yeah, you're probably just not somebody who's ever... cared about
you don't think about it,
touch.
You don't need to,
and anyways, so you're just it's definitely the inner people I think don't notice the most. I will have to agree with that. Anyways, we've talked about that for a while. Do you have anything else with that? Let's move on.
Mercury retrograde?
Yeah, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. Oh, that's me.
This person was born like a month.
Oh, yeah, you're 96. Okay. So, Mercury retrograde, we're going through it right now. What's up? It's in Capricorn. It also has an aspect to your Mars. But, this is, I find my way of speech, like, and you also have an aspect to Mars, like, it's just like you talk loud and brash. And it's, like, not really the pretty, and you also, let me think, because I'm trying to, like, separate it from, like, what's mine and what's, you know what I mean? I'm like, oh, no, that's because of this. But Mercury retrograde is just, I don't know how to drag it, because it's, like, how would you drag it?
I mean,
it's just something that it's, like, you can't communicate. Like, you really suck at it. Like, you probably suck, like me, at, like, responding to texts. Keeping up with the very few Instagram DMs that I get. My God, does it take me forever to read them, then it takes me forever, again, to reply to them, and then when they respond, I will never respond. And, like, that's trash. Like, I had to teach myself how to text, and I still have to teach myself every day how to text people back. And, like, even this morning, I was like, did I text this person back? Oh my God, I didn't, And,
yeah, also, Mercury is a very anxious planet. It's mental, so it's, like, over mental stimulation. It's turned inward with it being in retrograde in your natal chart. So, you're, like, how is everyone else feeling right now, right? Feeling hella anxious. Feeling, like, mind's, like, buzzing. Yeah. I've been having so much trouble sleeping because I'm just, like, I'm like on caffeine, like without even being on caffeine. Mm-hmm. That's how you feel all the time. You're just like a naturally anxious person.
Like when all the complaints that people have during Mercury retrograde, you're like, isn't that always life?
Yeah. And you are someone who has to like double check all these little things like before sending emails or before like filling out, like if you're filling out a shipping label, you have to make sure that you're sending it to the right place because your dumbass could easily send it to like Baja California instead of San Diego, California.
Let's drag your, what do you have doubled? I'm just curious. Cancer, Capricorn. You've got cardinal opposing energy in you. Yeah. So you're always just going somewhere, but like you're taking a million different routes of like where to get to that one thing. Uh-huh. And it's like not really making much sense. And that's more of just like a shitty thing for you. Sorry.
That sucks.
But okay, Venus in Sagittarius can be dragged, and we kind of did in our Venus in Sagittarius video, but it's also, yours is conjunct Pluto, so I feel like you're somebody who, like, you want an intense relationship with someone, but, like, not just one person. You want an intense, close relationship with a lot of people, and you probably don't want whoever you're with to have other people as well. You probably are like, I just want other people, but since it's conjunct Pluto, I don't know how I feel about you having it.
It's definitely intense in like multiple ways because you've got that plutonic intensity where it's like, everything is so important, and then you got that Sag intensity of like, everything is like, the world's my oyster, so you're going everywhere, and like, it's got breadth and depth to it. Your Venus does.
Yeah. And since we're getting to like the last 5-ish minutes, if you have anything that you would like us to drag that we haven't, now is your chance to tell us. Let's see. Like, okay, let's go back to your first house. So you're an Aquarius rising, so you're everything that we said, but you've also got a lot of confidence issues because you have your interception is held in there and your Saturn is in there. So you really project all these things of like, I'm super confident, like you want to, and you want to project this kind of like, I'm better than you, but the reality is like, you'll never be happy with yourself. You're super insecure always of the way that you look, the way that you come across to people, and so I think that you really overstate with your Aquarius rising of like really just asserting yourself, like not in the Aries like fiery sense, but asserting yourself through speech, through knowledge, through your words. So, and especially because your Mercury is trine your Mars, you're probably pretty aggressive and defensive, especially because you're Cancer moon. You're constantly feeling like you're probably defending yourself, but like nobody's probably attacking you a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's not, like, I mean, sure, there's definitely validity to that. Like, sure, everybody in life has sometimes where people are just, like, not correctly attacking you. Mm-hmm. But I think more than often, you make a mind that you're constantly being attacked, that you're constantly having to, and with that Capricorn, like, you're like, I'm constantly having to, like, fight all these battles, and that's not saying that it's not true, but you're really kind of taking every little thing that somebody does or says and, like, making it a lot more important, because if they pick at your insecurity, and you have so many, because of Saturn in the first, that it's like, you're always on this defense.
Right. What's happening also is with your 7th house ruled by Leo, you have a tendency to view all other people as, like, so much more confident than you, so much more, like,
big and bold.
And there's a lot about Leo that's in, like, having an identity, and a lot about Aquarius is about, like, you want, it's kind of a socialist kind of sign, just, like, wanting everything to be equal share, like, not having any, like, all for one and one for all, not having anyone shine brighter than anyone else. But then you've also got this Saturn and Capricorn energy making you want to climb to the very top. So you get so annoyed at people who brag and show off, and you just want to, like, knock them down a peg.
Oh, like, yeah.
And that's how you project in your
Mars
ascendant.
Like, not pick at them.
And it comes across, like, in your ascendant as so condescending and, like you think that you're better than everyone else, but really what you're trying to do is just, like, knock people down a peg so that
they're in line.
And because you have, like, all these insecurity issues, you really have to, like, peacock your feathers, drive a, like, a sports car, Napoleon complex kind of thing. Oh my god, like,
Sun in the 10th house, you really care about your public image. Yeah, like Napoleon complex, like you just said. You definitely, like, could maybe buy things to overcompensate or something. Maybe not buy, but just something. But you have a question. You said I was coddled. I feel like I very much wasn't. I reach out so much for the coddling, but I rarely ever receive it. When I do, it seems like it never seems like enough. Okay, that makes sense. So,
also,
instead of being given all the coddling, you
you
always feel like you
feel undercoddled,
and
you crave it. That makes sense, especially with your Saturn issues and your moon opposite
your
sun.
With having a Capricorn sun and Cancer moon, because Capricorn is not a coddled sign at all. So, and your father was not emotionally there, or in some way was not coddled.
So you really need to, like, compensate for all of that, which is what your Cancer moon is calling out for. Someone without a Cancer moon would be like, that's cool, like, dwell on it, but, like, with you, you're like, no,
I want to be taken care of.
And it is never enough. I'm also super existential about life and super universally spiritual. I hope my chart didn't seem like I'm too much of an asshole. We're being assholes. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
With existentialism and spirituality, you've got 9th house stuff. You've got your Venus in your 9th house.
Oh, and Pluto in the 9th
house.
But you probably just weren't given it then growing up.
Yeah, you searched for it, definitely. You could also be going through, like, progress chart. We don't know your progress chart.
Yeah.
Although your sun is at a very low degree. But you could have, you definitely have, like, a progressed Pisces rising.
Oh, yeah, no, totally. That makes sense. Okay, so yeah, your confidence would probably even went down even more once it became a Pisces rising.
But it did, like, make you actually more empathetic and more.
That's true.
Spiritually inclined and all of that. Yeah, no, you don't seem like an asshole.
We just find all the most asshole parts.
Yeah, and whenever we talk, like, this much, it's because we're pointing out things that we relate to, probably, like...
Yeah, we relate to or we've seen it in other people,
and honestly, we get this comment so much that we're like, you didn't say any good things about anything. This is obviously so we try to say good things.
Yeah, I'm always like, wait, this is a drag. They don't know.
Yeah. But, like, the way that we see it, or at least the way that I see it, there is, like, no good or bad. It's just how you're interpreting it. So if you think our Virgo, all of our Virgo placement videos are like, this is so negative. If you think it's negative, that's on you. That's just our interpretation of the sign.
Yeah, I don't...
but we think you're pretty cool.
Yeah, no, like, if I were to meet you, I wouldn't, like, immediately put all this shit on you and assume you're the worst person ever.
Yeah.
I'd probably, like, be, like, with open arms, be like, you're new astrology, you see that?
Yeah.
We're just finding all the things about your chart and thinking, who do we know that we don't like?
This?
And then we say what they do. So we're really just dragging the people that we've known in life.
This is how Mars and Libras express
anger. But that's pretty much the end of our time here. And if you're still confused about what's going on, Nathaniel so kindly bought a Drag Me, and the link will be down below
for you to purchase a Drag Me or any of our other readings. We have an advanced reading, a beginner reading, and a transit reading.
Okay, and we will see you the next. I mean, no,
we will never see you.
I don't know why I always say that.
Unless we see you in person.
That's true.
You'll see us if you choose to.
You'll see us if you choose to at some point.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, bye.